Starting the stream. Hello and welcome back, everybody, to another Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic playthrough. I want to thank everyone for joining me, and let's get back to where we left off. Being the meanest, most ruthless man to ever inhabit this planet. Hold on, what was I doing? Continue to be mean to him. I'll do that later. I guess I'll go do the main story a little bit. How much money do I have? So in fact, I will be hitting back. I gotta go back up top and go buy me some more items. Nope, not the Lower City Apartments. Upper City North. Actually, boop. Okay. Oh, what? Oh, right, the rapid transit system. So, get that, get those. And then spend the rest of my money on frag grenades. Show sell list. Sell a combat suit. So that. Show me what you got for sale. Frag grenade. Go back to where I was.
Yes.
What do you want?
Oh, you want to argue some more, is that it?
Yes. I'm always up for a good fight.
If I were Malik, I'd be a bit nervous to have you on my tail. I just don't trust easily, and for good reasons, which are my own.
Fine, you can stuff your reasons then.
I suppose I won't get any rest until I talk, will I? You want to know why I don't trust anyone? Fine. Here goes. 5 years ago, the Jedi had just finished the war with the Mandalorians. Revan and Malik were heroes. I was damn proud to have served in their fleet. It was completely unexpected when they turned on us, invading the Republic while we were still weak. Nobody knew what to think, least of all me. Our heroes had become brutal, conquering Sith, and we were all but helpless before them. I mean, think about it. If you can't even trust the best of the Jedi, who can you trust?
What do I have to do with Malik and Revan?
That's not what I mean. There were others, good, solid, trusted men who joined them. Malik and Revan and the Sith deserve to die for what they've done, but the ones who fled the Republic and joined them are even worse. The Darkside has nothing to do with why they joined the Sith. They deserve no mercy.
Watch where you're waving those around. You say that with such
I
hatred.
And I should apologize to you. I've become so accustomed to expecting the worst in others, and you've done nothing to deserve that. It's just... No, never mind. Let's just continue with what we were doing. I'd rather not talk about it.
Cars. We need to find you a woman and get you laid. Maybe that'll get the stick out your ass. Gotta go put on the Sith armor. So that dude won't get on my ass. I then take it off to put on some actually good armor. Go back this way so oh, never mind, it is this way. Go back this way so I can go talk to the hidden back.
Hey, you can't just walk in here. This is the hidden back base. How do I know you're
Not
not
very
a part of
hidden,
the
is
spies
it?
that killed Gadon Thek?
I need Gadon's help. I was
A lot of
told to
people
speak
want
to
go
him.
Inside and speak to Gadon. He's a hero of the common folk. But the days of the Hidden Beck's open door policy are gone.
Again, not that
Between the
hidden.
Sith conquest and the Vulture gang war, Gadon has more enemies than he used to. We're being careful about who we let in now.
Maybe a bribe
My
could get me
loyalty is
in.
not for sale.
Darn.
I've been with the Hidden Becks for years, and I'm not going to desert Gadon now just because everyone is turning against him.
Maybe I could be an ally against all those
We need all the
enemies.
help we can get. And you don't look like you're with the Vultures or the Sith. Besides, it's not like you can do anything to harm Gadon in the heart of his own base. Not with Zerdra watching his back.
So you're
Go
going to
ahead
let
and
me
speak to
in?
Gadon if you want. Just remember to be on your best behavior. The Hidden Becks are watching you.
Yeah, whatever. Look at all these alien scum. I can't wait to be rid of them.
Hold it right there. Who are you? And what is your business with Gadon?
Calm down, Zerdra. Nobody's going to try anything here in the middle of our own base. It would be a suicide mission.
You're too trusting, Gadon. Brezhik and his Vulkars want you dead. Anyone we don't know is a potential threat, and it's my job to make sure you're safe.
Do you want us to start attacking strangers on sight, Zerdra? Like the Vulkars do? I will never let it come to that. Step aside and let them pass.
As you wish. You can speak to Gadon if you want, but I've got my eye on you. You try anything and you'll be vaporized before you can say Vulkar spy.
You'll have to forgive Zerdra. Ever since Brejik and the Vulkars began this war against us, she's been a little overzealous in her security duties. The problems with the Sith haven't helped things. Zerdra seems to forget that I know how to look after myself. Now, how can I help you?
I need information on those Republic escape pods that crashed in the
Escape
Undercity.
You know, I heard the Sith have been asking around the upper city about them as well. You don't look like you're with the Sith.
They might be spies, Gadon. They might be working for the Sith.
Calm down.
Quiet, alien.
If the Sith thought we knew anything useful, they'd have a battalion of troops kicking down our door. No, I think this off-worlder has his own agenda.
Do you know anything about this or
I
not?
suppose I could tell you what I know. It's not like it could do any harm to me or my gang. But it might cause problems for the Vulkars, and that's okay in my book. The Vulkars stripped those pods clean within hours after they landed. It's too bad we didn't get there first, considering what my spies reported the Vulkars found. A female Republic officer named Bastila survived the crash. We Becks don't believe in intergalactic slavery, but the Vulkars aren't so picky. They took a prisoner.
Bastille is a slave, what will happen to her
Normally,
now?
the Vulkars would take a captured slave and sell them for a nice profit to Davik, or an off-world slaver. But a Republic officer is no ordinary catch.
I still think Bastila is just a Republic officer. That could work to our advantage. Maybe she'll even figure out a way to escape from the Vulkar base on her own.
Why are you talking where he can hear you?
The Vulkar scum at the base. Brejik's probably got your Republic friend hidden away somewhere safe until the big swoop race. You'll never find her.
Swoop race? What does that have to do
I'm
with
afraid your
it?
friend has become a pawn in Brejik's game to take over the lower city. He's offered her up as the Vulkar's share of the prize in the annual swoop gang race. By putting up such a valuable prize, Brejik hopes to win the loyalty of some of the smaller gangs. Their numbers will allow him to finally destroy me and my followers.
So how do you propose we go about rescuing Bastila then? Well, we can't fight all the gangs.
The only
Not with
hope
that
we have of
attitude, we
rescuing
can't.
Bastila is to somehow win the big season opener of the swoop race.
How do I enter
Might
the
be able
swoop
to help with
race?
this, if you'd be willing to help us. We both have something to gain here, and much to lose.
I might help you, if
You're
the
in
price
no
is
position
right.
to bargain here. Without my help, you don't have a hope of getting this Bastila back. You should at least listen to what I have to say. The swoop race is for the lower city gangs only. I could sponsor you as a rider for the Hiddenbecks this year. If you win the race, you'll win your friend's freedom. But first, you have to do something for me. My mechanics have developed an accelerator for a swoop engine. A bike with the accelerator installed can beat any other swoop out there. But the Vulkars stole the prototype from us. They plan to use it to guarantee a victory in this year's swoop race. I need you to break into their base and steal it back.
How do I know you'll live up to your end of the
Word is
bargain?
my bond. Everybody in the lower city knows my reputation. Besides, you really don't have a choice. I'm your only ticket into the swoop race.
How am I supposed to get inside the Vulkar base?
Won't be easy. The front doors are locked tight. But I know someone who might be able to get you in the back way. Mission Vale.
Mission? Gaddon, you can't be serious. She's just a kid. How is she supposed to help them with this?
Mission's explored every step of every back alley in the lower city. Plus, she knows the undercity sewers better than anyone. If anyone can get inside the Vulkar base, it's her.
Where can I
She
find
and her
Mission?
Wookiee friend Zalbar are always looking to stir up a little excitement. They like to go exploring in the Undercity, despite the dangers. Your best bet is to look for her in the Undercity. But you'll need some way past the Sith guard post at the elevator.
I've got some Sith uniforms to
Simple
disguise
disguise
myself.
might have worked on the upper city guard, but the security down here is much tougher. You'll need the proper papers to get past him. Luckily, my gang ambushed one of the Sith patrols headed down to the Undercity. They never made it, and their security papers fell into my hands. Since we're working together now, I suppose I could give them to you in exchange for your uniforms. With the security papers, you won't need a disguise anyway.
Okay, I'll trade the uniforms for the
Thanks for the
papers.
uniforms. You won't need them with these security papers anyway. Now, is there anything else I can do for you?
I'll be back when I get the prototype
I suggest you-
accelerator.
The swoop race is coming up, and we want you to have time to practice before the race.
Don't tell me what to do. Actually, hold up. Let me... Oh, fine. Because the armor I'm wearing says it's upgradable, so let me see if I can go upgrade it real quick. So. Okay, got it up to 6. Ooh. 6 to 16. 8 to 17. 5 to 14. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna have to go. Gonna have to go dual wielding for now. Pretty sure gotta go this way. Unless this is the hidden, or the Volker way. Or I already been there. I don't want to go back up there. Who's over here? Who's over here? Really wish that would stop popping up. Nope, not going there. Oh, that means I gotta go all the way to the other side of the map. Because I'm an idiot. Doo 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 doo. Oh. Womp womp. This is what I get for being, for not remembering the layout of the map. Don't mind if I do. Garth. What do you
Yes, what's on your
want?
mind? I thought I said I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Yes, but I'm bored, so spit it
You're
out.
so full of concern. Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt, though. I don't know why you're so interested. When I think of all the men who betrayed us, the one that stands out above all of them is the one that I respected the most, Saul.
You say that name like I
You
should
don't.
know
I
it.
thought everyone did. But Admiral Saul Kareth is the commander of the entire Sith fleet. He's half the reason Malak has done so well in the war. Saul was my commanding officer back when the Mandalorian Wars first began. He taught me everything about being a soldier, and I looked up to him. Saul approached me before he left. He talked to me about how the Republic was on the losing side and about how I should start thinking of my survival. I know now that he was trying to recruit me into the Sith, but I couldn't have conceived of it back then. I argued with him and he got angry and he left. I never saw him again.
How could you
I
have not
didn't want
seen
to.
through that?
Are you so sure you would have? Saul was my mentor. He led us to so many victories against the Mandalorians. Even when things looked to be at the worst, I couldn't conceive of it. He couldn't be serious. I was wrong, of course. He not only left us for the Sith, he gave them the codes to bypass our scanners. I remember waking up as the first of the Sith bombers snuck past our defenses and began destroying half of our docked ships. I knew right away what had happened. I mean, I could have stopped him.
How'd you know right away?
I could have stopped it all.
And that's why you feel so
Don't even
sorry
start
for
with
yourself?
that. I don't feel sorry for myself. I feel angry at Saul and all those others. It's all I can think about sometimes. No, I fought
Yes.
Saul for years now, and if I ever catch up to him, he will regret what he's done. He will regret.
Good. I'd do the same
Well, there's
thing
more
in
to the
your
story, I
shoes.
guess. But I don't want to talk about it right now. Let's go.
Good. Let the anger fester. Let it fill you up until it's all you can think about it. Then, and only then, will I respect you, Kotor Nazi.
Hold on there, civilian. Only those with official Sith business are allowed into the Undercity. Unless you've got the proper security papers, you better just turn around and go back the way you came.
I've got my security papers right here.
Yeah, these look to be in order. Okay, you can go down if you want. Can't say I envy you, though. The Undercity is crawling with mutants. Rat ghouls, they call them. If you see anything moving down there, shoot.
ask questions later.
It's time to go down, down, down.
You there, Upworlder! Anyone using this elevator has to pay the toll.
Yeah, this is our elevator. If you use it, you gotta give us something.
I don't believe this planet. Even the beggars are trying to shake us down.
5 credits! That's what it costs to use our elevator. 5 credits!
Get out of here, you filthy beggars, or I'll use my blaster to end your suffering
Run,
permanently.
run. Flee this one's wrath!
Go on, you two. Get out of here. I'm sorry about that. Those 2 beggars give everyone in the village a bad name. We aren't all like that, you know. Most of us are good people.
I'm sure you are, miss. It's just too bad your little welcoming committee is here to give people a bad first impression.
My name is
What do you
Selena.
want?
You're from the Upworld, aren't you? I've never seen it. I was born here in the Undercity. Is it as nice as they say up there?
It's better than this festering slime
I
pit.
suppose our world doesn't look like much to you. It's dark and cold and lonely down here, but this is the only world I've ever known. I've never been to the surface, but sometimes I think I can see it in my dreams. The sun, the sky, the stars. It all sounds so wonderful. Gendar, the leader of our village, tells me I should spend more time trying to improve things down here and less time dreaming about something I can never have. Maybe he's right. You probably think I'm a fool, having dreams of a place I've never even seen. But when I was little, Rukil used to tell me stories of what it was like up there.
Rukil?
Rukil's
Who's
the oldest
that?
man in the village. The kids call him Rukil Wrinkleskin, but he's a kind man. He used to tell me the greatest stories when I was a little girl. I still like to listen to his tales about the Promised Land, even though I know they're just legends, but it helps to make the Undercity seem less dark somehow.
The Promised Land, what's that?
It's just a story to make little children smile. Rukil believes in it, though. Sometimes I can almost believe it myself, but then I look around and see the ugly truth. I guess we have to make the best of what we have, though. If you really want to learn more about the Promised Land, you should speak to Rukil.
Where can I find this
He's wandering
Rukil?
around somewhere on the south side of the village. He doesn't move too far. He's hard on his bones. He's over 100 years old. The children laugh at him, and people think he's crazy because of his stories about the Promised Land, but he's really just a kind old man.
Where can I find
Somewhere in
Gindar?
the village. I couldn't say where for sure. He's always busy doing whatever he can to make the lives of the other villagers easier.
Have any other Upworlders come through
There
here
were quite a few
recently?
people from the surface marching through the village, but none of them bothered to talk to me. Gendar might know more about them. Oh,
I'll be
okay.
going now.
Well, if you ever need anything, or if you just feel like talking, come back and see me. I hardly ever get a chance to speak to someone from the Upworld.
If I had my way, it'd stay like that, filthy gutter rat.
You come from the world above. Is this the time of destiny, then? Is this a portent of the salvation of my people? Or merely another false sign to mislead us from the path? Are you the herald of prophecy? The beacon to guide us through the darkness? Or are you merely another harbinger of shattered dreams and unfulfilled promises?
Be careful. This one might be crazy enough to be dangerous.
Speak to me, Upworlder. Tell me what fate you unleash upon us. Salvation or damnation? Speak, Upworlder. I beg you.
What are you talking about, old man?
You are uncertain, bewildered, perplexed. Understandable, I suppose. Even after 100 years of life, I myself still become confused at times. Perhaps I can make things more clear. Some things, at least. My name is Rukil. the oldest outcast here in the village. Rukul Wrinkleskin, the children call me sometimes.
Get to the point,
Once,
old
I
man.
was honored for my wisdom. But over time, the villagers fell away from the true path. Eventually, there was only a single apprentice who followed me. And now she is gone too.
The true path. What does that mean?
No, not yet. I must be wary. Careful. You may be a false savior. Dare I share my secrets with you? No. Not until you prove yourself.
Prove myself. How can I do that?
Lost. I sent a route into the Undercity to find... Well, I cannot tell you. Not yet. Sadly, my apprentice has not returned. Please, Upworlder, will you help an old man? Will you seek out my apprentice in the Undercity? Her name is Malia. I must know of her fate, whatever it may be. I must know what she found.
What will you give me if I help
Finding
you?
her may be difficult. Malia could be anywhere in the Undercity. But if you will find her, I will know you to be our true savior. Only then can I reveal my secret knowledge to you.
I'll be back if I
Wish
find
you luck,
anything out.
Upworlder. Come speak to me again once you have discovered the fate of my apprentice.
Thank you for the side quest. Though, I will lie to you if I ever actually do find her.
Hey, you ain't from the village. You're from the Upworld, ain't you? Yes, you've got credits, I bet.
Watch yourself. There's something slimy about this guy. I wouldn't trust him as far as I can throw him.
My name's Saigir. I run a little salvage shop here. You want to buy something from my store? I got some good deals.
Let me see your
It ain't the
inventory.
best stuff. Mostly salvage and such, but the prices are right.
How dare you only have 5 grenades instead of the unlimited everyone else has? I'll still buy one. And why are your Pazak cards so much? Do I have anything to sell? Or do I need all this stuff? I'll keep them all. Now, where's the leader? Gindar or something. Get out of the way, Shalina. Wait, was this him?
Greetings.
Yeah, it was.
We rarely see your kind here in the Undercity. I find it strange that so many of you have come down from the surface recently.
No offense, but I can see why people normally avoid this place.
Why have you come into this dark and sunless place? Is there something you need of me or my village? I will help you however I can.
You said something about other Upworlders who came by here
Many
recently?
visitors from the surface recently. Armored troops, swoop gang members, mercenaries. They come to search our sunless world. They're even searching the sewers.
I'm looking for a Twi'lek named Mission
I've seen this
Veo.
Twi'lek many times, though I've never spoken to her. She and her Wookiee companion often pass through our village on their way to explore the sewers.
How can I get to
There are
the
two
sewers?
entrances into the sewers from the Undercity. One to the northeast of our village, the other to the southeast. But the sewers are dangerous, Upworlder. If you dare to travel those dark tunnels, you would be wise to go heavily armed, unless you wish to become a meal for the rock ghouls and the other foul creatures.
I think I'll be going now.
Should you have need of anything else, come speak to me. I represent the entire village, and I will do my best to help you however I can.
I'm sure you will.
Hurry, Hindar! Hurry! I can hear it coming!
He'll never make it. He's doomed. I told him he was a fool to leave the village.
He will make it. Run, Hindar, run!
Open the gate! Quickly! There isn't much time!
I can't. The Rakghouls are too close.
The mutants will kill him if you don't open the gate!
And if I open the gate, they'll kill us all.
No! You can't do this! It isn't fair! Please, make him open the gate. Hindar will die if he doesn't.
I can't open the gate. Not while the Rakghouls are so near.
You're right. It's too dangerous. Leave the gate closed. Keep the gate closed. I'm not risking my life here.
How can you say that? Somebody do something!
I'm sorry, Hester. There's nothing we can do. It's too late for Hendar now.
No! Hindar, no!
That's what he gets.
A horrible fate for poor Hendar. I warned him not to leave the safety of the village, but I couldn't open the gate. No, but enough of this grim talk. We must focus on the positive if we're to survive down here. How can I help you, Upworlder? I'll open the gate
Open the
for
gate
you,
for me.
Upworlder, but you've got to be quick. In a few seconds, I must close and lock it again for the safety of the village.
You assholes! Time to rumble!
Please, you have to help me. Nobody else is gonna help me. Even the Becks won't help me. But I can't just leave him there. He's my friend. You'll help me, won't you?
You're Mission Vale, right? Gadden Thek said you could help
Dad?
me.
What? I don't know what you're talking about. Please, Zalbar's in trouble. He needs our help or they're gonna sell him into slavery.
Who's gonna sell him into slavery? What are you talking
Zalbar,
about?
we were just wandering around here in the Undercity. You know, looking for stuff we could find, just kind of exploring. We do it all the time.
I guess with a Wookiee at your side, you've got to figure you can handle the odd Rakghoul attack.
Only this time, they were waiting for us. Gamorrean slave hunters. We didn't even have a chance to run. Big Z threw himself at him and then roared for me to run. I took off. I figured Zalbar would be right behind me. But there were too many of them. He couldn't get away. They're going to sell him to a slaver, I just know it.
You just ran off and left him? Some friends you
I didn't
are.
mean to leave him. I thought he was right behind me. I'd never abandon Big Z on purpose. Please help me get him back.
If I help you get Zalbar back, you have to get me inside the Volker
Deal.
base.
As soon as we get Big Z back, I'll show you a way into that Volker base. Now come on. We have to find Zalbar before they sell him to slavers, or worse.
Do you know where he's being kept?
The Gamorreans make their camps in the sewers. I bet that's where we'll find Zalbar. And that's where I'll show you the secret entrance into the Volker compound.
Yeah. I know I gotta level her up. Level up, attributes. Yeah, dexterity, accept, skills, stealth. Oh. computer use and awareness. Except all at once. Okay. Boop. That's my repair score. Skill rank 0. Okay. Bonus -1. There we go. Got mission now. Best lock picker in the game.
Civilian, this is a restricted area. What are you doing down here? Look out.
I'm just here to kill you. Yay, more grenades. Grenades are the best way to play this game. Also because you almost never miss. See, I don't even have to get in a fight with grenades. Just chuck a grenade, phases through walls. See, look, it's so easy. Don't you just love it when you can wipe out a whole group of enemies with a single grenade? Level up skills, computer, stealth, awareness, security, feats, sneak attack level 3, good, diddly, ooh, excuse me. Ah, level 6. Got it. My bad. I'll take your head. Too bad I am now out of grenades.
Hey, Car. You're a pilot for the Republic, right? You've been all over the galaxy, I bet, right? So tell me, how would you rate Taurus compared to other worlds you've seen?
To be honest, Mission, Terrace would rate pretty low. The prejudice, the rich spoiling themselves while the poor are crushed beneath them, it's not a pretty picture.
Yeah, but that's only since the Sith occupation. Before that, well, I guess it wasn't all that different, really. Maybe Taurus ain't as great as I thought, you know?
Trust me, Mission, there are a lot of worlds better than Terrace. There are worse, too, but Terrace is no place for a kid to live on her own. Even a kid who's got a Wookiee to look out for her.
Hey,
It's a
I ain't no
shithole.
kid. I look out for Zalbar as much as he looks out for me. Bixie's my friend, not my babysitter. Jeez, I come ask you a question, you give me a lecture.
Don't you snap at me, Missy. You want a lecture? How's this? Only bratty little children fly off the handle because of a simple comment.
You're not going to take that from him, are you, Mission?
To you, Karth. You ain't my father, though you're sure old enough to be. So keep your lectures inside your withered old head, because I don't need them.
And I sure as hell don't need this. Look, let's just drop it and get back to what we were doing.
Hey there, what can I do for you?
I want to know a little more about
Really?
you, Mission.
You want to know about me? Nobody's ever really been interested in me before. What do you want to know?
How did you and Zalbar hook up?
My parents, well, I guess they're dead. It was just me on my own until the day I saw Zalbar in the lower city. I could tell right away he was in trouble. This was before the gang wars were out of hand. But even then, the Volkers were scum. A few of them were hassling Big Z, trying to pick a fight, but he wasn't looking for trouble.
Who'd want to pick a fight with a
The
Wookiee?
Volkers were smart, but there were 3 of them, so maybe they figured they could handle him. I don't know. Anyway, I don't like the Volkers at the best of times. And when I saw them picking on this poor Wookiee, all alone on a strange planet, overwhelmed by the big city, I just lost it. I screamed out, "Leave him alone, you core slimes!" and charged right at them. Well, one of them saw me coming and slapped me so hard he just about knocked me cold.
That'll teach you to stick your nose where it doesn't belong.
Scare me. They're nothing but cowards. I knew how to deal with them. Of course, I never got the chance. I guess Zalbar didn't like seeing me get smacked around. He let out this howl and yanked that Volker a meter up off the ground and held him there by his throat.
What? Did Zalbar kill him?
Big Z ain't like that. He's just a big old softy inside. Of course, the Volkers didn't know that. The other 2 screamed and ran off. Can't say I blame them. The first time you see an angry Wookiee up close, it isn't a pretty sight. I thought Zalbar was gonna rip that punk's arms off and beat him to death with his own fists. The Volker was so scared, he fainted. Or maybe it was Big Z's breath just knocked him out. I keep telling Zalbar to brush those choppers of his, but he never listens. Just stay up when he's speaking, and you'll be fine. Anyway, I knew those Volkers would be back with friends, so I grabbed Zalbar and we took off. Ever since then, we've been a team. We look out for each other, you know?
How did you survive before you met
What's that supposed
Zalbar?
to mean? You think I can't take care of myself? I've got street smarts. I know how to get by on my own. In fact, I look out for Zalbar more than he looks out for me, you know? Big Z's a little bit too gullible to make it alone on the mean streets of the lower city.
How did Zalbar end up on
Some kind of
Taurus?
trouble back on Kashyyyk. That's all I know, really. Big Z doesn't like to talk about it. In case you didn't notice, he's the strong, silent type. Doesn't much matter to me, though. I accept him for what he is, not what he was. Me and Zalbar like to live in the present.
We should get back to the task at
That's right.
hand.
Like I used to tell my brother, fast talk and slick words don't get the job done. My
I didn't know
brother's
you had a
touchy
brother.
subject, you know. It just so happens I don't really feel like talking about him right now. Nothing personal. Let's just get back to the business at hand, okay?
Yeah, whatever, kid. Looking for bodies, looking for bodies. I want more stuff, so I'm looking for bodies, looking for bodies. Not us. Is that someone? It is. Grenade? No grenade. Oh? Oh, I found a sewer entrance, but it's not. But I'm not done exploring, so I'll come back to that later. And in the meantime, get into more fights. Hold on. Oh, only 36. That's not going to be enough to buy me any grenades. So I'll just have to go into this fight. Oh, I thought that was a raccoon. Rubble. People. I wonder who they are. Oh, it's Canderous again. Hello, my Mandalorian friend. Well, soon to be friend.
Don't move. I'm not afraid to use this blaster if I have to.
Settle down, kid. We've already lost enough men to those damn rat ghouls. The last thing we need now is more casualties from a needless firefight. By the looks of you, I'd say you're down here for the same reason we are. To salvage something from those downed Republic space pods. Let me give you some advice. Forget about it. Do yourself a favor and just head back from where you came.
Why? Is there some danger down there?
Stand around chatting. The Undercity is crawling with rat ghouls. I've already lost a half a dozen men to those monsters.
Canderous, I heard something. Over there, in the shadows. Sounded like a rat ghoul.
Looks like we've got company. Get those blasters ready, boys. Damn. I told Davik this salvage mission was a bad idea. His men aren't trained for this kind of thing, and I can't babysit them all. Okay, boys. We're getting out of here before I lose anyone else. I can't carry all this salvage back by myself. You'd be smart to get out of here as well. Even if you can handle the rat ghouls, I doubt there's anything worth finding anymore.
What do you mean by
Sent me
that?
down here with this motley crew to scavenge whatever we could from the Republic escape pods that crashed during the recent battle overhead. But the lower city gangs got here first. Anything worthwhile in those Republic pods is probably in their hands by now. Davik won't like that.
What can you tell me about Davik?
Off-worlder? Everyone knows Davik. He's a member of the Exchange. You know, the interstellar crime syndicate. Smuggling, gambling, extortion. Davik controls it all here on Taris. That's why I'm working for him. But lately, the lower city gangs have been giving my boss some trouble.
What do you know about the lower city
This isn't
gangs?
really the best place to have these kinds of conversations. But I guess I could spare a couple of seconds for you. After all, you did help us out with those rat ghouls. The lower city is overrun with gangs, but the two most important ones are the Hidden Becks and the Black Vulkars. Used to be the Becks were the big dog and kept the others in line. But lately the Black Vulkars are moving in on Beck turf and challenging them for control. The Vulkars are even starting to defy Davik. Take these escape pods, for example. Everyone knew Davik would want first crack at them. But I know for a fact those damn Vulkars have already sent their own salvage party down here.
I better
Come on,
get
boys,
going.
let's move out.
You asked for this!
That doesn't look like a skeleton corpse. That just looks like a plant. I think that's everything. Time to return to the village and turn in the single quest I can do without having to go into the sewers. So much for having them locked.
Greetings once more, Upworlder. Do you bring news of my apprentice? Have you discovered her fate and proved yourself to be a true savior of my people?
Your apprentice is dead. I have her journal.
I feared, then. She joins the list of those who have given their lives in the service of our cause. But though I am saddened by this news, there is yet hope. By finding my apprentice, you have proved yourself worthy, Upworlder. You are to be the beacon on our path to salvation. You will guide us to the Promised Land.
Guide you? But I don't even know where the Promised Land
You are
is.
marked, Upworlder. Even my dim old eyes can see the mantle of destiny that cloaks you. Perhaps old Rookhill knows you better than you know yourself. I am old. I have lived 100 years in the Undercity, cast down into the darkness. I know the legends and history of our people, and now you must learn it too.
Very well. Tell me the history of your
The city
people.
of Taris covers the entire surface of this planet. There is no land to grow food. Kelp harvests and the creatures of the sea are our only food source. A century ago, rising levels of toxic pollution poisoned the oceans, and famine swept the planet. The rich hoarded food for their own use, and the poor were left to starve and die.
From what I've seen of Terrace, it doesn't look like much has changed. Except for the upper city, people here are just as bad off as the poor in your little history.
But the poor rose up against this tyranny, and civil war engulfed the planet. Millions died in the fighting, and huge sections of Taris were destroyed or abandoned. The rebellion was crushed in the end. Thousands were taken prisoner. The jails could not hold them all, and so the practice of banishing all prisoners to the Undercity was born.
What does this have to do with me?
Many brave men and women were banished here to the Undercity for their part in the rebellion. People like my father and grandfather were cast down, along with their families.
What did you expect? If they could get away with it, the Teresian nobles would stuff their own mothers down here to make more room in the upper city.
Now we live a dark existence beneath the streets of Terrace. A life devoid of all hope but one, the Promised Land. And you will be the one to show us the way to get there.
How can I lead you to this Promised Land when I don't even know what it
Tell
is?
of a self-sufficient colony founded just before the famine and lost during the Civil War. A paradise beneath the Undercity where droid servants tend to every need. For many years I searched for the Promised Land, just as my grandfather and father did before me. When I became old and gray, my apprentice continued the search on my behalf.
Sounds like a myth to me. Something to give the people here some false hope to cling to so they don't go mad with despair.
I have collected many clues hinting at its location. The journal of my apprentice provides yet more information. But still, there are too many pieces missing from this puzzle. But I know my father and grandfather each had journals where they recorded their own discoveries. Perhaps with their journals, I could at last uncover its hidden location.
I have one of the
Yes,
journals you're looking for.
Well done. However, I see that this journal alone does not have enough. I'm afraid that only with all three journals, my grandfather's, my father's, and my apprentice's, will I be able... I will leave this journal with you for safekeeping for now. Perhaps it will aid you in your search for the others. I wish you luck, Upworlder, for the sake of the entire village.
Skills. Awareness. Feats. How much do I need to level up? A little less than 2,000. Okay.
I saw you talking with Rukel. He told you his legends of the Promised Land, didn't he? He told you all about his missing apprentice and the other lost explorers, right? You know, most people don't believe his stories. They figure he's nothing but an old cook. But I think there might be some truth in what he's saying. That's why I want to stop him.
Why are you telling me
I'll
this?
make this quick. I've got an offer that might be worth your while. For an outcast, I've got things pretty good. The village relies on me to bring in food and supplies. I'm an important man. If it wasn't for Gendar, I'd be running this place.
I get the feeling if it wasn't for Gendar, this place would be a lot worse off than it is.
But if Rukel ever finds his Promised Land, I'm sunk. People won't need to rely on me anymore. I'll just be another nobody like all the rest of the villagers. I won't let that happen.
You want to kill Rukel to shut him up?
I want you to kill Rukel. He's not the problem. It's those damn explorers that went before him. What if they actually found something? They would have recorded that information in their journals. I'll pay you if you bring all 3 journals to me. The 2 from the explorers, and the 1 from Rukel's apprentice. Then I can destroy the evidence and make sure nobody ever finds the Promised Land. I've saved up enough credits for my business here to make it worth your while if you help me.
Sounds like a good deal to me.
Just bring them to me, and I'll give you a decent reward. Now, was there something else you needed?
Let me see your inventory. Grenades. And you know what? Well, that's back up. I like the cut of your jibby gear. Giving me money to basically do nothing. I like that.
Yes, Upworlder? Goodbye, Upworlder.
Goodbye. I have reasons to be outside. Into the lower sewer. That's right, squeal for me, piggy. Yeah, I'm gonna just leave this droid alone. I don't think I need it. Boop, 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 boop. It's too bad I won't be telling anyone about the Promised Land. GG's. Grenade!
Huh? Yeah?
What? Uh-huh.
What?
Yes?
Yes, what's on your mind? You got it.
Never mind. Loot the bodies. Loot bodies.
Look at this. This is one of those old-style manual locks. No computer codes or nothing. The sewers is the only place you'd see one of these on Terrace. You can't use conventional security spikes on these old locks. But don't worry. I've come across them before. I've rigged up a little device that should do the trick.
Hey, Zalbar. That was fast.
I'm glad to see you too, Big Z. You didn't think I'd forget about you. Mission and Zalbar, together forever. These are my new friends, Big Z. Without them, I could never have got you out.
So, is there some kind of reward for freeing you?
A life debt? You sure about that, Big Z? Think about it carefully. You better be sure about this. Big Z swearing a Wookiee life debt to you? Wow, this is major. Do you realize what it means?
Let me guess. It means I've got a walking carpet following me for the rest of my day.
Don't make fun of the life debt. This is serious business, you know? A life debt is the most solemn vow a Wookiee can make. It means he'll stay by your side for the rest of your life. Wherever you go, whatever you do, Zalbar will be with you.
I don't suppose... You know what? I'm honored to accept this vow. You're mine,
I
Wookiee.
guess this means you're stuck with me, too. Wherever Big Z goes, I'm going. I almost lost him once. It's not gonna happen again.
I'm glad to have you aboard, Mister.
I guess I still owe you one.
For
of
one
these
reason
houses,
only.
That was the deal, wasn't it? Don't worry. I know a back door into that scum den.
Just tell me how to get there.
The Volkers put up a force shield to keep the sewer dwellers out. I'm one of the only non-Volkers on Terrace who can get you past it. I can't remember exactly how to get there, but I know it was somewhere here in the sewers. Over to the northeast, if I remember right. I just hope the Rancor monster isn't still there.
A Rancor monster? Good. I'm spoiling for
You
a
did a
fight.
great job mopping up those Gamorreans, but I don't think you want to take on a Rancor. Those things are huge. Luckily, Rancors aren't too bright. I was able to sneak past it before, so I'm sure we'll figure something out. That is, unless you want to change your mind.
I'm not afraid of any Rancor.
Okay,
Let's
then,
go!
off we go. Like I said, somewhere to the southeast. Just look for the force shield, and we'll know we're there.
I can finally get carts out of my party. Level up, skills. And oh, hold on. Gotta level up Zelbar. Oop. Oop oop. Feats. Toughness. And that is where we're going to end everything for today. Having gotten to the sewers, having rescued Zalbar, and with the promise of a Rancor to fight in the future. Thank you so much for joining me, everybody. I will see you next week.